Okay guys, we're going to talk a little bit about batteries and battery options. The one that came with the Eachine is a 1500 milliamp 3-cell battery. It's perfect for the charger it came with. This one charges up to 3 cells, but you have other battery options such as these. This one is a 1800 milliamp and this one is a 1300 milliamp. So the numbers are kind of weird. The 1500 milliamp, this one's going to last longer than this 4-cell 1300 milliamp, but this one puts out more power continuously than the 3-cell one, and you can tell that by this one has a 65C rating. That's pretty much a 65 amp like continuous current, C for continuous, I'm guessing. This one's 25C, so it's not going to put out as much power, but it might last a little longer. It always depends on how hard you rip on the drone. This one is another 65C as well, so it's putting out more power than this one, but this one might last longer. So also the weight difference, so there's a lot of things to consider when you're flying your drone: power versus weight versus how long it's going to last. For the 4-cell, you're going to probably have to pick up another charger. The one that came with the box is not capable of charging 4 cells. This one is kind of cool. This one is a Charge Soon. It only charges up to 4S, but it has ports for 1 and 2, so it's pretty versatile. Also, it works as a battery checker, because when you plug it in with nothing connected, it'll actually, let me see if I can put this in here. See? It actually tells you the voltage. So it also doubles as a voltage checker, which is nice, but don't expect to be flying with this up in the air. That's why the option of a little voltage checker here is a lot better. So we're gonna show you how to plug in your battery. This one is the one that came with the box. We're gonna use it to charge the 1500 milliamp 3-cell battery. So we got a handy plug right here. So you see it lighting up green, it means it's on. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the little auxiliary connection right here, not the one with the yellow. This is called a XT60 connection. This is what you use to connect to your drone. So you're not gonna, there's some battery chargers that utilize this, but we're not gonna talk about that today. So what you're gonna do is the 4-wire auxiliary one, and you're gonna plug it in. You can't mess this up. There's only one way you can go in. So you just, okay, maybe I don't know how to do it. Okay, so here we go. It's all red. I don't know if you can see it over there in the camera, but this is charging. Not really sure if it's gonna tell you it's done, but I'm guessing it's gonna ring, hopefully. For the 4-cell battery options, such as this battery and this one, you're gonna need another charger. The one that comes with the Eachine is not gonna work. You're gonna need one like this Charge Soon. It has, you can see the little plugs right here. Though the one on the 4th side, it's gonna tell you that it's able to charge 4 cells. So we're gonna plug this in. And then we're gonna plug in the auxiliary cable. It's that little cable with the 4 wires. Is this 4? No, it's 5. So we plug that in, and now it's charging. So a bunch of numbers are gonna come. I'm gonna explain to you what they mean real quick. So we're gonna let it repeat. So this one says the whole voltage of the battery. This is the 1st cell, 3.8, 2nd cell, 3.8, 3rd cell, 3.8, and the 4th cell, 3.8. You might even notice that some of the numbers aren't exactly the same. That's fine. Not all cells are created equally, so some of them might even charge at a different rate, but usually you can leave it up to the chargers. They try to balance your battery, but when you're flying, you're gonna notice that the numbers are gonna jump all around if you use a voltage checker. That's fine. There's a lot of things that go on when you're flying that's happening to the battery. One thing is if you make a crazy maneuver, you put a lot of throttle, drains the battery real quick, and the battery voltage actually is going to drop momentarily before it builds back up. It's something to look out for. Personally, when I was flying, I had this battery checker flying on it, and it would actually go off quite often, and I would have to land and check to make sure that the battery was okay. But a friend of mine told me that not to worry unless this thing is going crazy. You're okay. It's just notifying you of the voltage drop. When you're charging your battery, you're gonna have to keep an eye on it. A lot of battery chargers do not stop charging once it's completed charging, so there's a chance that if you leave it alone or unattended, you could actually damage the battery, cause a fire. Nobody wants that. So for this charger, you notice that it's all red. Well, we just took a look at the instruction manual. What it says is it charges each cell one at a time. So as the cells are getting charged, it will turn green. So that's how you know it's done. I don't think it makes any audio noise, so you're gonna have to really pay attention to this, because once they all turn green, you want to take it off as soon as possible, because I'm not really sure if it continues charging. A lot of the cheap ones, this one feels cheap, it does. On this one, on the other hand, the Charge Student, it charges each cell like in parallel. So it tries to keep it balanced. This is what kind of the cable is usually called, the balance charger cable. So this one, it charges each cell little by little until they both reach 4.2. And then it's going to start to ring and you know to take it off. Charging your battery is going to take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the size. This one's not as crazy, it's only 1300 milliamps. This is the one I have, and usually takes around 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You don't want the voltage to drop anywhere below 3.5. You might get away with it, but it's going to damage your battery. And actually one time I flew my drone until it almost stopped spinning. I took it out, and when I tried to charge it on the stock power, it gave me an error because it wasn't strong enough to charge it back from how low it had gotten. So you're going to want to be careful. Don't let it drop below 3.5. Don't get it charged above 4.2. So just things to watch out for.